What's up? It's your main guitar instructor Miles, and welcome to Guitar Fluence. And today we're going to be talking about an easy F chord guitar lesson. Now, of course, the traditional four-string F chord shape can be a little difficult for people because of this bad boy right here, the barb. So, what we can do is we can cover some really simple F chord like new easy F chord shapes and some F chord alternatives that sound similar. So let's dive right in. So choosing what F chord shape you're going to use and what F chord substitute you'll use is all going to depend on the musical context. You know, what are you trying to do with the harmony? But putting that aside, let's talk about some common shapes. Now, you likely know your open shapes, which are C, A, G, E, and D. Those are your open major chord shapes. And what you can do is you can take these shapes and you can transpose them, that means shifting the root note so that they turn into a different F chord, or so that they turn into an F chord. So what we'll do is we're going to start off by looking at the shape you already know. And first of all, we're going to extend that and make the full E major shape, well, F major shape based on an open E major chord. Just transposed up a half step, right? And so to play that, we're playing 1 of low E, 3 of A, 3 of D, 2 of G, 1 of B, and 1 of high E. All right, so the fact of the matter is you can basically take any of those 3 notes and create an F major chord. This is technically not F major because it's just a root, a fifth, and a root note again, the octave, and that is not an F major chord. But this right here, that's an F major chord, where you're playing the 3rd fret D, 2nd fret G, and the 1st fret B with your middle, ring, and pinky fingers, and then taking your index finger and putting it in the bass on that 1st fret of the low E. You could also play this, or play an F chord variation like this. And that would be very similar to our last shape, except you use fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you'll have 1 on B, 2 on 2 of G, and pinky on 3 of the D string, and your ring finger on 3 of the A string. So those are a couple of easier ways to play your F chord. All right, and then the next thing we can do is we can take our open D chord and we can move it up 3 frets. And that gives us a really simple open F chord, easy F chord. But you cannot play the open D string with that. If you want to add a bass note, you could add it right here at this 3rd fret of your D string. And it's a little bit of a stretch, so I wouldn't call that an easy F shape. But if you're just playing the 5th fret G, 6th fret B, and the 5th fret high E, whether you're barring it or using 3 fingers like the D chord shape, then you've got yourself a really easy F chord. Okay, now let's look at the C shape, which is basically just an extension of the shape we were just using. And the way you'll extend that is you'll add the 7th fret D and the 8th fret of the A string. And you can play an easy F like this by playing 8 of A, 7 of D, and 5 of G. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right, and then from there, you can move to an A chord shape. So this is your A, right? And you could take that up to your 10th fret. Because you have your F root note right here on that 10th fret G. And you're just playing 10, 10, 10 of D, G, and B. Isn't that simple? So that's your A shape. And if you want to extend that as you get used to it, you can add your index finger to that 8th fret of your A string. All right, so that's your A shape and your C shape. And then you've got your G shape, which is kind of an extension of your A shape. But it's also kind of like this smaller C shape, because you can take this exact same 3-string shape, where we're playing 8 and 7 of 5 of A, D, and G, and you can move it to the 13th fret of your low E. And you'll get 13 of low E, 12 of A, and 10 of your D string. And so anyways, that really covers all your bases. You've got your C shape, your D shape, and your A shape, and your G shape, and then of course your open E. And you just break down these shapes into smaller chunks that incorporate the root note and the major third and the fifth, and you get yourself some easy F chords. So anyways, that is how you play an easy F chord. Multiple chords, multiple locations, and it all has to do with the context of the music. I strongly suggest that as a general rule, at least if you're just an acoustic guitar player who's, accompanying and trying to incorporate some bass notes, I'd say this is your safest bet. All right. Anyways, so if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out the associated lesson on my website, and that will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching.